everybody sees in the first moment the sex point of view. But as you said, I think that the script is very, very well built, and you are two excellent parts for you and for Sharon,
yes.
two female pairs. It's not so easy to find in cinema, no?
No. When I was sort of studying acting, we read a lot of magazines, and actors are always lamenting that, you know, there are no good scripts out there. And they were right. I mean, there really are very few. I mean, not only are there very few good roles for women, that's been discussed at great length, but there are very few scripts in general for both men and women. Very few great stories to tell.
She is really in the picture. We don't tell the end of the story, of course, but she's really the devil, no?
Yes, exactly.
And do you realize when we talk for the first time and doing the preparation with Verhoeven that he was trying to build a nice, a lovely, a pretty image of the devil with you?
With me?
Yes, because she is...
I had to play everything opposite of her, yes, yes. Although, but at the same time, he really was striving to make me three-dimensional, and I wasn't such a good girl that, you know, I definitely had my anger and my loss of control. So he was very, he doesn't like one-dimensionality, and that's, you run to those people because as an actor you want to be 3D.
Because at the beginning of the picture she is very nice.
Yes.
And then very slowly she changes in the picture.
Yeah, but she has her sensitive moments. I mean, she cries. I mean, we all have, you know, it's very orchestrated in terms of emotion. It's not just one note. It's very orchestrated.
And then, of course, there is a question that I have to ask you. There's at least a very, very hot scene against the wall. You remember that?
I'm staying away from walls and backs of chairs. I really...
Was it easy to realize that kind of scenes?
Well, I was working with the best possible people, with Paul Verhoeven, who has dealt with the subject matter before, and Michael Douglas. And so they're very sensitive to it, and they're not out to exploit, they're out to tell a story. And you can tell a story a million different ways. In this particular scene, we were telling a story about this relationship and what was going on through sex and through the physical. And so I was very at ease. It wasn't difficult.
Of course, it's better to be in the arms of Michael Douglas than Frankenstein, of course.
It helps. It's a perk. It's the perks of the business, yes. Yeah, going to work that morning I was a little bit nervous, but I wasn't dreading it.
Is he helping you because it was your first picture? Was he?
Well, I refer to him as the ultimate film reference. So he is, yes, he's made himself very available. Whatever questions that I have, I mean, he knows everything about the business because he's a producer as well as an actor, so he knows everything. And if there's a question I have about a certain individual, you know, what is he like to work with? If he doesn't know by actually having had work with him, he knows of him. Or if I have questions concerning you know, when we were on the set, what's that? That's your key light. That's the light that is there for your face. I mean, he knows everything. So I really look to him as almost as a mentor in that respect because he knows it all.
You like playing games, don't you?
I have a degree in psychology. It goes with the turf. Games are fun.
What about boxing? That's a game. Was that fun, too?
I don't think that's relevant to this inquiry.
Boxing was fun till Manny died.
How'd you feel when he died?
I loved him. It hurt.
How'd you feel when I told you Johnny Barnes had died?
I felt like someone had read my book and was playing a game.
But it didn't hurt.
No.
Because you didn't love him.
That's right.
Even though you were fucking him.
You still get the pleasure. Didn't you ever fuck anybody else when you were married, Nick?
How'd you know he was married?
Maybe I was just guessing. What difference does it make? Would you like a cigarette, Nick?
You two know each other?
No.
No.
Nee, nieuwe Dubero Plus natuurlijk.
Thriller, Basic Instinct, starring of course Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone.
We got 31 stab wounds.
What was it?
Ice pick.
I'd like to speak to Miss Catherine Trammell, please.
Is she a suspect?
She's a suspect.
I wanted to write a book about the murder of a retired rock and roll star.
You know how she does the boyfriend? With an ice pick.
She intended the book to be her alibi.
I picked him up, then I had sex with him.
Michael, welcome.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
When you first read the role, did you think, I want this? This is me?
I was looking actually for a theme. I wanted to do something sexually explicit, quite honest. I just felt things were getting kind of conservative and repressed, and I looked around and thought I hadn't done anything sexually explicit in a really long time. So then when my agent sent me the script of Basic Instinct, I said, yeah, this is in the right direction. What happens?
She kills him.
Stay away from her! You are out of control, Curran.
What do you think about the women in the film? They're definitely in control, aren't they?
They are very much in control. Very interesting, very multi-dimensional characters. They're unusual characters, I think, that they are so big and so powerful and so intriguing.
She is screwing with your head, Nick!
She knows things about me that I only told you.
How's it feel to kill someone?
It's your first role, I believe.
Yes.
Straight out of drama school.
Yeah.
Into a big film.
Yeah.
How was that?
Overwhelming. But I was working with the most incredible people, you know, with Paul Verhoeven at the helm and acting opposite of Michael Douglas. I mean, for a first time out of the chute, you could not ask for a better atmosphere and situation.
She seduces people.
It was internal affairs, wasn't it?
She manipulates people.
Freeze! How much did she pay you? You wanna play her? Come on!
He's an old-fashioned guy.
But he
with
knows.
an old-fashioned hairdo.
An old kind of haircut. I'm just keeping up with him.
Yeah.
Have fun, guys. Nice to see you.
Thank you. The jealousy still goes on, I see.
Is Alien 3. Sigourney Weaver is still Ripley. Ripley is still surviving the horrors of future life and deep space colonies, and that thing seems to still be mutating in her path as well. Prepared?
Ripley.
How are you feeling?
My legs hurt.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just a glorified toaster. How are you? Oh, I like your new haircut.
Bishop, can you access data on the flight recorder?
No problem. I'm home.
What happened on the Sulaco? Why were our cryotubes ejected?
Stasis interrupted. Fire in cryogenic compartment. Repeat. Fire in
What
cryogenic.
happened? What started the fire, Bishop? Can you hear me?
The fire was electrical. It was in the subflooring.
Did the sensors pick up anything moving around on the ship prior to separation?
It's very dark here, Ripley. I'm not what I used to be.
Just tell me. Does the recorder indicate anything? Was there an alien on board?
Yes.
The ultimate
when it went straight to the top of the box office hit list. From a story by Stephen King, yes, that's Stephen King, it's the saga of a very ordinary person with very little brains who stumbles into virtual reality and through that into, well, a sort of artificial intelligence and a stupendous world of shape and colour inside a computer's memory, not to mention virtual sex. I said not to mention computer sex. Lawnmower Man.
In here we can be anything we want to be. I'll see you on the inside.
Here.
Joe scared me. I went out.
I know what you really want, Marty. Watch this.
Oh my God! What are you doing? Joe, what are you doing?
Well,